For today's adventure, we've got the state of Maine on our minds. We are at the Kittery Trading Post, the anchor store of the popular Kittery outlets in Kittery, Maine. Kittery is only about an hour from Boston, provides this really awesome outdoor store as well as a slew of other outlets. In this video, we're going to go all through the store, show you some unexpected things, show you some unexpected finds, and show you pretty much everything they have here in this store that has been an anchor of the area for decades. We're exploring the Kittery Trading Post in Kittery, Maine on Route 1, just over the New Hampshire border. There's going to be so much inside. It's kind of like a Bass Pro or a Cabela's. They're going to have camping, hunting, fishing, outerwear, clothes, shoes, all sorts of things. You know, gifts, Maine gifts, stuffed animals. Let's go inside and check it out. So the store hours are Monday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's a little hallway here. They have some brochures.
Let me ask you, why are you on the hill and I said it all and you just tell me why.
And then here we go, the main entrance. Got some books over there. Some hats. Then there's an upstairs and a downstairs. So why don't we come and check it out? First thing we see is men's clothing here, Carhartt. They got some kayaks up there.
This is nice because it's a weekday, isn't it?
It is. There's not many people here on this weekday. They have the old-fashioned penny press coins here since 1938. Got some Maine lobster lollipops and Goose. And they got some dinosaur pops. All sorts of candies and everything right here. Oh, 30 cents for a postcard. It's not too bad in today's world. These are great Maine magnets and Maine keychains. Some cute moose stuffies. Got a bear. And another moose. A whole bunch of Maine fleece offerings for $23 here. Lobster, moose, bear, pine cone. This is a selection of menswear here. It's springtime and pulled out a lot of the spring merchandise. They have Kittery Trading Post sweatshirts. And they have all the usual brands. Patagonia, Cotopaxi, Marmot, Free Fly, some hats, Drink Moxie, and then the Maine sweatshirt. And then more Maine sweatshirts back there. The Maine t-shirt. So
And I go straight over here. Oh yeah?
plenty of Maine goods. In addition to all sorts of other clothing selections. T-shirts. We got sweatpants, Maine sweatpants for $30. Although we have a state of New Hampshire fishing game sign. And there's state of Maine, Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife. And there's Maine, Department of Fisheries and Wildlife. And they even have logo hats for Department of Fisheries and Wildlife. And Columbia PFG. Columbia stores all over the place, including at Disney Springs. Oh, looks like the Country Bear Jamboree. Got the bear up there. Aurora's for sale. What do we have? A husky and somebody else? Who's that?
A cat.
A cat.
A unicorn.
Right.
An axolotl.
An elephant. Got a whole bunch of wallets for sale. If you want a wallet for $12.99, there you go. So got some long underwear, hats, and more clothes. They sell all this candy in bulk. chocolate gummy bears, chocolate red velvet cherries, gumdrops, all sorts of gumdrops there. Oh, there's those Loon chocolate bars again. Saw those at Finding Oak Farms. Check out that video if you want to see more of that. Maple syrup place in New York. Gingerbread cookies. Got some games and puzzles here. Some Maine puzzles. And then a selection of, not Yeti, but Owala and Stanley. And there's Yeti. Look at all these water bottles. Oh my. And there's even a giant water bottle behind it. See it? More into the women's clothing here. Women's Maine crew neck sweatshirts. Maine sweatpants, Carhartt. Also have embroidered Maine sweatshirts up there. So there's so many Maine. You're looking for a Maine piece of clothing that says the state of Maine, the pine tree state. It's a great place to come. Some hats over there. Columbia. Got some gloves. And just more of a view of some of the women's clothing. Got a sale rack there. Ooh, look at these very long pajamas there. That's cool. Got nightgowns, bathrobes. So this one, Puppy Love. Donate 10% of these Puppy Love purchases to help rescue dogs. Winnie the Pooh appearance too at Puppy Love. These are all Puppy Love. You got some moose. Looks like Zootopia there with that scene. They have a jewelry section over there. That's the south exit over there. The coat section over here. We got a whole little Canada Goose at a pop-up shop here. This one is on sale for $1,179 from $1,475. So this is a Canada Goose pop-up shop. How does the $1,200 coat feel?
High end.
There it is. And note that the Kittery Trading Post is an authorized dealer of Canada Goose. We don't see that too often, but here it is. These, by the way, I found the price. They're inside. They're $825. Got a whole bunch of food stuff here. Got a great maple section here. We have maple products. Love that zoo from Zootopia 2 is playing in the background. Got maple herbal tea. It's cool. It's like we're up in Canada. We have Jerky. Are we in Buc-ee's? Check out our Buc-ee's video for more there. We have kids' clothing back there. And then here we have all these here. We got Stonewall Kitchen. There's a Stonewall Kitchen outlet, actually, down the street in Kittery. Got Honey. Got Savannah Bee Company. You can find that at Disney Springs as well. And it's the great city of Savannah, Georgia. Or Stonewall Kitchen. Charcuterie back there. We have a selection of exotic meats. Bison hot dogs. Ground bison, ground yak, venison, ground duck, ground ostrich, elk, kangaroo, wild boar, grass-fed elk. So there's buffalo, America's original health food. Maple bacon. The finest coffee cake in the world, allegedly. That Maine lobster pillow. Bar Harbor Tea Company. Silly Cow Farms in Vermont. They sell them in the grocery stores. Yankee Candle, that's Massachusetts. More Stonewall Kitchen, Chipotle queso, salsa, marinara sauce, aiolis. So really just so much food here too. This place is crazy. So many great things. Hot sauce. Blueberries, jam and jellies, of course, Maine famous for blueberries. Push-up pops. $6. Maple bacon, chocolate Reese's, peppermint bark. What do? You push them up. They're fudge, but you push them up, huh? That's cool. In case you don't want to eat all that fudge. Any fudge you like? Let's see. Marshmallow Buddy. Panuki walnut. Coconut custard, chocolate walnut. Easter time marshmallow bunny. Look at those guys. They're cool. And we got nuts, cashews, pecans. Ooey Pops. Jarba cakes. Men's outerwear section. Patagonia. Snow and ski bibs. Levi's. The men's Canada Goose pop-up shop here. $12.75 for this coat right here. Canada Goose pop-up shop. And this is, look down there, there is the gift shop. The section back here is all kids' clothes. Lazy One. So many clothes, and we also have a huge selection of stuffed animals here. And then look at all these kids' pajamas. Lots of pajamas. Ooh, almost looks like Monsters Inc. Got some reading cards. Here's a little clearance stuff right here. That Halloween pumpkin. Camping is amazing. Mailbox covers. Wind chimes. And Christmas ornaments. Pickle in a pouch, garlic, Big Papa, Hot Mama, Sour Sis. Those are cool. Venison jerky, duck jerky, bison jerky, wild boar jerky, lamb, Wagyu beef. Not quite as big as Buc-ee's, but interesting. They sell Finding Home Farms here.
I like this guy.
That's interesting. Maine blueberry syrup, blueberry chocolate bar, maple syrup. Maple seasoning. Maine moose. Right here. A Maine. Some shirts, but there is a Maine moose. Bunch of Maine crossings here. Skunk, snowmobile, turtle, squirrel, hunter, deer. More postcards, more magnets. So we got a lot of hunting gear. Got a huge section of pet gear too. Pet toys and pet clothes. Hunting stuff for dogs. And there, if I look down there. Some Yeti dog bowls here. Dog treats. And then a selection of all kinds of books. Some New England Patriots pet wear. Patriots toys, Celtics, Red Sox. All sorts of Boston sports toys here. Down there is all sorts of fishing and other gear.
That's expensive.
Look at all the fishing rods you got. If you're into fishing, this is one of your places. Look at all these fishing rods. Tons and tons of fishing rods. It goes just down there. Fishing, oh my. They even have stuff up there for ice fishing. Ice fishing is 30% off. There's a selection of sunglasses. Here's a fishing sale. The guy with sunglasses. And then you got some kayaks there. There's the giant Target, and they got a whole bunch of roof racks here. Roof carriers on top of your car for whatever outdoor sports or travel you do. And then here are the paddles for the boats. Life jackets. More boats. Paddle sports showroom. It's all about paddle sports. Oh, we got some snowshoes. Snow castles. You could make snow. You put the snow in there and you could make your own igloo. 20% off here. They're getting the end of the winter season. We have some skis. This is a whole Yeti section. We got coolers. We got mugs. We got a wall of Yetis here. Big Yeti section here at Kittery Trading Post. Got a whole bunch of Owalas here. And Stanleys. Wow, look at all these Stanleys. I mean, they're just rows and rows of Stan. Wow, look at the row and row and row of Stanleys here. And you got even more. The wall of sleeping bags. Air mattresses. Chairs and RV accessories. Tents right here. All right, got some fun tents. This is an Aurora high rise. $389. Let's step in here. Here we are in the tent. Camp stove, pots and pans, smokers.
You have the pink tent.
If it was $10, I'd take it. Yeah.
Selection of bags, including these Y'all Raven Conkins. Tons of backpacks.
Yes, get out of there.
The North Face. So they got a Mickey sweatshirt here on clearance. Most Merry. They got Jack Skellington, and they got the Grinch. Tons of shoes down here. There are shoes, boots, Crocs, shoes all over the place. And who doesn't love these lobster flip-flops? Look at those. Wow. The fudge counter is closed now, as we come back a little later. Maybe it's 5 o'clock, they pack up the fudge. Some more of the teas and soaps and candles. Quite a huge selection here at Kittery Trading Post. This is the general store part. Coastal Maine Popcorn Company. Blueberries and cream, chocolate caramel and sea salt. Grilled cheeseburger popcorn. Maine maple Boothbay Harbor mix, chocolate covered bacon. There's the log pillow. $28 for the log pillow. Fun pillow.
This looks fun.
Woo. If you're interested in a safe, other way, other way, other way, other way. Oh, now let's see. Yes, there it is.
Basically paying 51 cents.
Kittery Trading Post. Ba-bum. That's our tour of the Kittery Trading Post in Kittery, Maine. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Right now you see us heading up in the evening up I-95, the Maine Turnpike to Portland. Do check out our video of a brief driving and walking tour of downtown Portland and the waterfront, including a trip to Cape Elizabeth and the world-famous Portland Head Light. Hope you enjoyed this. See you again soon.